Hey there, welcome back to the Speak English podcast. I'm David, and I'm super excited you're here with us today for another episode full of tips, stories, and good vibes.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us. And thank you, David. Always great to be here. I really love today's topic because it's something that so many English learners struggle with.
Yeah, we're getting real today. We're talking about why most people fail at English. And more importantly, how you can avoid that and actually become fluent.
And don't worry, it's not going to be one of those boring lectures. We're sharing real talk, practical ideas, and some honest truths that can seriously change your English journey.
So if you've been learning for a while and still feel stuck, or if you're just getting started and don't want to waste time, this episode is exactly what you need.
And stick around, because in just a few minutes, we'll share a powerful technique you can start using today to stop the cycle of frustration and finally move forward.
Before we jump in, if you love content that actually helps you practice English and not just study it, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming. Let's get started and find out why people fail at English and how you won't.
When people fail to improve their English, it's usually not because they're lazy or unmotivated. It's because they're following the wrong strategy, one that focuses too much on passive learning and not enough on real speaking and daily practice.
Exactly. Many learners spend months or even years watching videos, reading grammar books, or doing vocabulary exercises. But they rarely speak, and they never build real fluency because they're not using English actively in their daily routine.
The technique we want to share today is about making English part of your life in small, simple ways, every single day. It's not about long study sessions or perfection. It's about speaking a little, thinking in English, and doing it consistently.
You don't need more information. You need more application. Real progress comes from turning knowledge into action. If you're not practicing out loud, using your own words, you're just collecting information instead of building skill.
This technique helps you create a daily habit where English becomes part of your natural thinking process. That's how fluency really grows, not overnight, but step by step, as your brain gets used to forming thoughts and sentences in English.
And it's not complicated. You choose one word, phrase, or structure, and you work with it actively. You speak it. You play with it. You repeat it out loud. It might feel simple, but this is how your brain starts to build automatic patterns.
The truth is, English fluency isn't about learning everything. It's about using a small part of what you already know, every day, in different situations, so it becomes natural and automatic over time.
If you've ever felt like you know a lot of English but can't speak it, this is the reason. Knowing and doing are not the same. This technique bridges that gap and helps you finally start speaking with confidence and flow.
Let's say today you choose the phrase, "I don't know yet." Your goal is to repeat it out loud, create a few situations in your mind where you might use it, and say it in different tones, like you're in a real conversation. Simple, but very effective.
You could imagine someone asking you a question like, "What are you doing this weekend?" And instead of translating in your head, you just say naturally, "I don't know yet." Do it 3, 4, 5 times. Feel how the sentence starts to flow.
The key is to take that one phrase and put it into a bunch of little mental scenes. Imagine you're talking to a friend, a coworker, or even to yourself in the mirror. The more you speak it, the more automatic it becomes in your mind.
And it doesn't have to be a long session. 5 minutes in the morning, maybe 3 more minutes during lunch, and a quick repeat at night. That's it. You're not studying. You're training your brain to feel comfortable using real English.
You can even combine this with things you're already doing. For example, if you're walking, doing the dishes, or waiting for something, say the phrase out loud or in your mind while imagining the situation. No need for a desk or a textbook.
I love doing this while getting ready in the morning. I look in the mirror and talk to myself, using the phrase of the day. It feels silly at first, but over time, I noticed how much easier it became to express myself without overthinking.
Don't worry about being perfect. Don't try to sound like a native speaker. Focus on being comfortable and clear. The technique works because it builds natural rhythm and confidence, not because it's fancy or complicated.
That's the magic of it. The more you do this with different phrases, the more your brain gets used to speaking without hesitation. It's not about speed or grammar. It's about creating a habit that supports real communication.
One of the biggest benefits of this technique is that it helps you feel more natural when speaking. Instead of freezing or translating in your head, you'll find that words just come out more smoothly and with less effort.
You also build real confidence because you're not just learning English, you're using it. And every time you speak a phrase without hesitation, you start trusting yourself more, and that confidence grows with each repetition.
Another benefit is consistency. This technique is so simple that it's easy to stick with. Even on busy days, you can find a few minutes to practice. And that's the secret to fluency. Small, consistent action over time.
It also reduces fear. When you practice speaking in safe situations, like alone or in your imagination, you become less afraid of making mistakes. Then, when it's time to speak with someone, it doesn't feel scary. It feels familiar.
And let's not forget fluency. Over time, this practice helps you speak with more flow because your brain stops hesitating. You'll recognize patterns faster, and your responses will feel more automatic and natural.
It also trains your speaking muscles, your mouth, tongue, and vocal cords. English has different sounds and rhythms, and by repeating phrases out loud, your body actually gets better at producing them without tension.
One more thing, it helps you stop overthinking. Because you're focused on one phrase at a time, your mind doesn't get overwhelmed. This lowers pressure and helps you enjoy the process instead of constantly judging yourself.
Honestly, the best benefit is that you feel progress. Even after a few days, you notice the difference. You start saying things faster, with more emotion, more clarity, and that's what motivates you to keep going. You feel it working.
Step 1. Choose a short, useful phrase that you can imagine using in real life. Keep it simple. It could be something like, "That makes sense," or "Let me think about it." The key is to pick something real, not just from a textbook.
Step 2. Say the phrase out loud several times. Don't just whisper or think it. Use your voice. Try saying it slowly, then naturally, and even with different emotions. That variety helps your brain connect the phrase with real-life situations.
Step 3. Create small, imaginary scenes in your mind. Think of moments where this phrase could be useful. Talking to a friend, ordering food, answering a question. Repeat the phrase while acting out these little situations in English.
Step 4. Repeat the phrase during the day, while walking, doing chores, or even just taking a break. You don't need to sit at a desk. Just return to the phrase for a few seconds. That repetition is what builds real fluency.
Step 5. Mix in other words. For example, after a day or two, add variations. "That totally makes sense," or "Yeah, that really makes sense." This keeps your mind flexible and teaches you how to build longer thoughts naturally.
Step 6. Listen to others using similar phrases in podcasts, movies, or conversations. When you hear it used in context, it reinforces the meaning and shows you how native speakers say it in different situations.
Step 7. Record yourself. Just 30 seconds of speaking that phrase in a sentence or explaining a simple idea. Then listen back, not to criticize, but to notice your rhythm, your tone, and your progress. It really helps you grow faster.
Step 8. Stay consistent. Don't wait for motivation. Make this a routine, like brushing your teeth. A little every day beats a lot once a week. Your fluency grows when you show up. even for just a few focused minutes at a time.
One common mistake is choosing phrases that are too long or complicated. If the sentence feels like a grammar lesson, it's going to slow you down. Start with short, everyday phrases you can actually use in a conversation. Keep it real and useful.
Another mistake is trying to be perfect from the beginning. People worry about their accent, grammar, or saying things exactly like a native speaker. But that mindset creates pressure. The goal is progress, not perfection. Let yourself make mistakes.
Some learners repeat the phrase without meaning it, just saying words with no feeling. But that limits your progress. Say each phrase like you're really speaking to someone. Use emotion, context, and purpose. That's how real fluency develops.
A big mistake is doing this once or twice and expecting a big result. Fluency comes from repetition over time. If you give up after a few days, you won't see the magic. This is a habit you build little by little. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Another thing to avoid is practicing in a rush or with distractions. If your mind is on other things, the practice won't stick. Give yourself a few focused minutes where your brain is present. Quality practice matters more than quantity.
Comparing yourself to others is also a trap. Everyone learns at a different pace. Just because someone seems fluent doesn't mean they didn't struggle too. Focus on your path. Your growth is valid, and comparison only creates frustration.
Also, don't wait for the right moment to practice. Some people think they need to be in the mood or have perfect conditions. But life is never perfect. Use the little moments, waiting in line, walking home, brushing your teeth. That's real progress.
And finally, don't let self-doubt stop you. If you think, "I'll never be fluent," you start acting like it's true. Change the thought. Say instead, "I'm practicing every day. I'm getting better." That simple shift makes all the difference over time.
Here's a simple challenge for today. Choose one phrase you often hear in conversations. Something short and natural. Say it out loud 10 times. Then use it in 3 different imaginary situations. Just that. Keep it light and focus on feeling the words.
To take it a step further, record yourself saying the phrase while acting out a short scene. For example, imagine you're in a cafe or talking to a friend. Play the scene in your mind and speak like it's real. Then listen back. It's powerful for your growth.
Your goal is not to sound perfect, but to feel comfortable using that phrase as if it's already yours. Once it feels natural, move on to another one tomorrow. One phrase a day may not sound like much, but over time, it adds up in a big way.
Another fun twist: teach the phrase to someone else. Even if they're not learning English, explaining it out loud helps you process it better. And if you don't have someone to teach, pretend you're teaching. It still makes the memory stronger.
Keep the whole practice under 5 minutes. That's all it takes. Don't turn it into homework. Make it part of your life. Think of it as a mental gym, a quick, focused session that keeps your English muscles active and growing.
If you want to stay consistent, write the phrase on a sticky note and put it somewhere you'll see it, on your mirror, your notebook, your phone. Every time you look at it, say the phrase. It's a small trick, but it keeps your brain engaged.
And here's the most important part. Have fun with it. Smile, laugh, exaggerate, make it playful. When you enjoy the process, you stay motivated. Learning a language doesn't have to be serious all the time. Play is powerful for memory.
So your challenge starts now. Pick one phrase, speak it out loud, act it out, and repeat it throughout the day. Tomorrow, do it again with a new phrase. That's how progress is made. One real phrase, one real moment, one real step at a time.
Today we talked about why so many people struggle with English. Not because they're not smart or motivated, but because they follow the wrong path. We shared a better way, practical steps, daily habits, and a mindset that leads to real fluency over time.
We showed you how to practice with short phrases, Use real-life situations, avoid common mistakes, and turn small actions into big results. If you apply even one of these ideas this week, you're already ahead of where you were yesterday. That's what counts.
The biggest lesson today is this. You don't need more pressure. You need more practice, more patience, and more play. Language isn't learned all at once. It's lived a little each day. So be proud of every step you take, no matter how small it seems.
And remember, you're not alone. Thousands of people around the world are going through the same journey, and every word you practice brings you closer to expressing who you are in English. That's powerful, and you're doing it right now. Keep going.
If you enjoyed this episode and learned something valuable, let us know in the comments. Tell us which part helped you the most, or what you plan to try first. We read everything, and your feedback helps us create even better content for you.
And if you made it all the way to the end, thank you. That means you're truly committed to your fluency journey. So let us know by writing the word English in the comments. That way, we'll know you're one of the dedicated ones who stays until the finish.
Don't forget to hit the like button if this helped you in any way, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next episode. We've got more powerful tools, conversations, and challenges coming your way to help you keep improving.
You've already taken action just by watching and listening. Now take the next step. Practice today. One phrase, one conversation, one effort at a time. We believe in you, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Speak English podcast.